I gotta say, a lot of people here on campus have already been talking about giving Mertz the Heisman after just one game. Bit of an overreaction if I do say so myself. I mean, one game, the Heisman already? No. I'm thinking more about making him the President of the United States. I'm not kidding. How's it going, guys? My name is Kyle, and welcome back to another episode of Wisconsin Sports Central, where we're gonna both ignore my upstairs neighbors and this little thing on my lip, and instead focus on the game that just happened a few blocks down the road from here at Camp Randall Stadium. And oh boy, what a game it was. Wisconsin was given the honor of opening up this year's Big Ten football season at home against Illinois, and of course we were able to defend our home turf, winning in blowout fashion 45-7. The big story coming into this week was whether or not Graham Mertz would be able to perform underneath the bright lights and in front of, well, no one, in place of the injured Jack Cohn and take over as starting quarterback. And if there's one thing that Mertz did this week, it was take over. In his debut as starting quarterback, Mertz completed 20 of 21 passes for 248 yards and tied the school record for total passing touchdowns with 5. And speaking of records, he also tied the Badgers record for most consecutive completions with 17 and set a new school record for completion percentage of 95.2%. On top of that, he also managed to capture the attention of Patrick Mahomes on Twitter.
Wow.
So yeah, definitely not a bad start. After the game, there was already a few people that I saw, both in the media and here on campus, that were saying that Graham Mertz is already the best quarterback we've had since Russell Wilson. Maybe even better.
Stop the cap. Stop the cap right now. Stop the cap.
And while I see where they're coming from and where the excitement is, I feel like it's important not to get ahead of ourselves. I mean, yeah, he's the best quarterback recruit we've ever had, and it's not like there's much competition for that title anyway. But again, the sample size is just so small at this point that I don't think you can really truly judge how good Mertz is. I mean, all he's played is one game really well, and then a few garbage time drives last season. That's it. I will say though that what we have seen definitely gives plenty of reason for excitement and enthusiasm in Badger Nation. Just because, the last time someone broke out into the scene like this their freshman year came in 2017 with a running back named Jonathan Taylor. Ever heard of him?
Who?
But enough about Mertz for now. I'm sure we'll talk about him plenty more as this season goes on. Let's talk about the rest of the team, starting with Jake Ferguson. He caught a career-high 7 passes for 72 yards and 3 touchdowns. 2 of those touchdowns came on pretty much identical plays where Mertz faked the handoff, rolled to his right, found Ferguson in the corner of the end zone. Nobody was within 10 yards of him. That could just be bad defense from Illinois, but I'm going to give us the benefit of the doubt and say that's just a really good play call from Paul Chryst. Who knows, could be both. On the ground, it took about 3 players to make up for the loss of Jonathan Taylor, just as it goes to show you how good of a player he really was. Gary Groshek, Nakia Watson, and a new name, Isaac Arendo, they all combined for 168 yards over 43 carries. So yeah, not exactly JT-like numbers from any of them, but at the same time, I don't really think it's fair to expect that out of either of them. I think in order for the Badgers' rushing game to be as effective as it usually is, we have to get away from just featuring one primary back like we always did when Taylor was here. I think with all the guys we have, Watson, Groshek, Berger, Davis, and Garendo, all those guys, we can do something similar more to what the Packers do when they have Jones and Williams and Dillon and Irvin. Because all the running backs that the Badgers have right now are good, but I don't think any of them are really capable of taking games over like JT could. So I feel like as long as we just keep cycling through guys, keeping them fresh, wear down the defense, that's going to be how we run all over people this year. But who knows, we might not even have to. Maybe this can just become a passing team now that Mertz is here and he can throw, 5-6 touchdowns every game. That'd be nice. On the other side of the ball, our defense took care of...
Shut up!
On the other side of the ball, our defense took care of business by forcing a fumble on the second play of the game. That led to a touchdown. We picked off a pass in garbage time that led to a field goal. And they didn't allow a point all game. Illinois did score, but that was only because Jake Ferguson fumbled the pass that was immediately picked up at Illinois and taken the other way for 6. They only allowed Illinois' offense to stay on the field for a mere 16 minutes and change, and they did a good job overall of containing anything that they tried to do offensively. The one thing that they did have problems with was whenever their quarterback decided to keep himself and run, but even then, it never really amounted to anything significant in terms of the score. And then if you're the type of person that cares about the national rankings this early in the season, Wisconsin came into this game ranked number 14, and Illinois was nowhere near the ranking, so I wouldn't really call this a significant win at all. But at the same time, we put up enough of a show, I think, to move up a few spots, so I think a realistic expectation going into next week would be 9th. I don't see us going any further down than 11th. So yeah, I think 9, 11.
Whoa, hey.
In that range, going to next week, barring a few upsets, that's about where I would put us. And with that, that'll do it for this episode of Wisconsin Sports Central. Let me know what you guys think in the comment section below. What did I get right? What did I get wrong? Is Graham Mertz already the best Badgers quarterback since Russell Wilson? Be sure to like the video, share, and subscribe to the channel if you want to see more of me in the future. And then finally, you can also find me on my Instagram page at wi.sports.central, where I'm constantly posting stories on there about all sorts of things, both sports and non-sports related. And of course, my DMs are always open. But thank you guys so much for watching. I'll see all you in the next video, and as always, take care.